My dear students, this is Professor Nazrul Islam. I am going to discuss a topic of career management course. And you know that there are 5 stages of career management, such as exploration stage, establishment stage, then mid-career, then late career, and declination. In last class, we discussed exploration stage. Today, I am going to discuss the different stages of career management at the exploration stage, and also we shall discuss the process of career development planning, importance of career development planning, and also the ages of the individual at the different stages of career development planning or career management. Dear students, now I will first discuss the ages of the individual at different stages of career. You know, till 25 years is at the exploration stage, 25 to 35 years is the establishment stage, 35 to 50 years is mid career, 50 to 60 years is late career, and 60 to 70 years is the declination or declining stage of the career of an individual. Now we shall discuss what is career development planning. You know that planning is deciding in advance what is to be done in future. In career planning, individual also has to decide in advance and in advance what he or she is going to do in future. In career development planning, the individual or the person who has to first assess, self-assessment is to be done by him. That means SWOT analysis. Then research, then go for searching or researching the information and opportunities. Then experimentation, then decision making, then job searching, and at the end, individual has to accept the job offer. Dear students, now I shall discuss the 5 stages of career management. The stages are assessing self and identifying areas of strength and aptitude, that means SWOT analysis, finding career opportunities that suits your strengths, setting goals in personal and professional life, planning the actions of how to attain goals, and periodic evaluation of the performance. Now we are going to discuss each and every stage of this career management process. The first stage of career development planning is the self-assessment. That means SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. At this stage, individual has to evaluate or assess his strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And also, individual has to assess his or her interest or values or personality at this stage. Therefore, at this stage, individual can take help from the counselor, and this counselor can help from the university, may help from the counseling center, or from the seniors. The seniors also can help or counsel the individual to assess his or her strengths. That means in which area he has got strengths and in which area he has got passion and he is interested or will be interested to build his career. The second stage of career development planning is the finding opportunities that suits the strength of the individual. Now at this stage, individual can go for research or brainstorming to identify or to know the job description of the desired job and also job specifications of the desired job. So at this stage, individual has to search or conduct research to collect information regarding different types of jobs, and that will help him to build or to make the decision in future. At this stage, individual can get help from the internet or online sources. Nowadays, in online, there are so many information are given. Therefore, individual can search through online and identify the job description or job specification or the aspects related to specific positions through online. Also, at this stage, the individual can consult with the seniors or the counselor at this stage to search the desired job and opportunity for the individual. After self-assessment and finding the opportunities or searching the opportunities, individual at this stage can set the goal. That means setting the goals for his personal life and also for the professional life. Now at this stage, vision is to be set clearly at this stage, vision and mission, and based on it, individual will have to identify his or her goals. That means what type of job or what type of organization or the industry he is willing to work. So the goal setting is very important at this stage of career development planning. The next stage of career development planning is the action plan to achieve the targeted goals. Now at this stage, individual has to explore or identify the sequential activities to be performed to achieve the target or achieve the career goals. So at this stage is very important for the individual because at this stage actions are sequentially or activities are sequentially identified and then to achieve the career goal, and then those actions are performed by the individual to achieve the career goals. At the last stage, individual has to evaluate or periodic evaluation is to be done whether the individual could achieve the targeted goals or not. If the individual is unable to achieve the targeted goal, then individual may revise his goals or may adjust the goal with the exactly desired goals of the individual. So the students, these 5 stages are considered or analyzed and identified before developing career plan. So we can say that in a nutshell that these 5 steps are basically the 3 steps. That means the self-assessment stage is the first stage, then exploration stage, and taking action is the third stage. So individual can assess himself first, strengths, weakness, opportunities, threats. Then exploration stage can go for research, can can go for brainstorming, can talk to the seniors or the counselors, and then taking the action. That means action plan is to be developed. So by following these stages or steps, an individual can develop his or her career planning. Now, why? The question is why this career development planning is important. It is important because job market changes, position changes. So, individual has to know the changes in the job market. Individual can and then individual can adjust his or her skills or the training requirements according to the needs and demands of the job market. Sometimes organization also wants to know the individuals or the kind of individuals they are interested to employ. Therefore, the employer often goes to the universities and then employ the desired candidates. So, at this stage, at this career planning stage, individual or the graduate can attend those workshops and sessions organized by the employers, and then they can collect information and they can identify their desired jobs or interests from those workshops, and then they can better plan for their career. Dear students, I hope that today's lecture will be helpful for you to understand the different stages of career development planning. So thank you and see you in next class.